Hello, welcome to RVR Closet. So it's time for another battle off video, and this time it's a battle between wheel stands or entry level cockpits. Yeah, it's between the GT Omega wheel stand and the Playseat challenge that I have here. A bit hard, I can't get them both in view at the same time. But I will try to go over some pros and cons. So yeah, my wheel stand is the one I'm still using from GT Omega, and it's pretty heavily modified. I have it anchored in the wall on both sides and on several places to give more stability to it. And I also have like this IKEA table. It fits just in between the legs of this table, and I did this mod for it almost immediately when I got this wheel stand, because there isn't any flex up and down, but due to that it's only two legs sticking up for the support of the wheel. It do tend to wobble a bit side to side. It wasn't a huge deal, but I still felt that the IKEA table made a big difference and made it more stable. So yeah, I put the table over it just to make those wobbles a bit less. When you do get flex in your rig or wheel stand or whatever you connecting your force feedback wheel to, you will lose some of the force feedback that you would otherwise get through the wheelbase and wheel rim and to your hands. So it's a good thing if you can get it really stable so that it doesn't move when the force feedback kicks in your simulator. And here you also see this is the like original shifter mount for the GT Omega. And yeah, later on I bought this for my son's setup, and that's the Playseat challenge. And this is pretty cool that you get both a chair and a wheel stand in one. So that's a really big plus for the Playseat challenge. And here we have the CSL Elite pedals. What I used for my GT Omega in the beginning was actually this, like a camping chair, which worked pretty well. A problem will be when you get like load cell pedals, because you will need more force to brake in game, and then you also need more support from your chair or your back when braking, otherwise you will get pushed back. Yeah, this is to you don't have any, if you can't put something behind it, or if you have like wheels on your seat you are using with the wheel stand, that can be an issue. A positive with the GT Omega is that you can start off with buying this, and then you have those connections on each side there to connect a rear seat frame, which is this one, and those one will sit on each side there, and here you connect your racing seat. Right now I don't use it because I have the Next Level Motion platform B3, and they are mounted straightly to the floor. But yeah, that's an option, and that's also really good. That made my rig more like a complete racing rig and not only a wheel stand. And that's the GT Omega RS6 that I bought for this rear seat frame. If we talk about when you first get it and why I got it, it was because the bars go on either side. I didn't like the wheel stand Pro that have this bar in the middle. I didn't like the looks of that, and I knew I was going to heel and toe and stuff, switching between left and right foot braking. So yeah, I went for this because of the bars are at the side here. It's also foldable. You have, don't know if you can see there, you have some maybe here. You unscrew those on each side, and then you can fold it down and store it away like in a closet or so. What I could say is that it's a bit fiddly on the GT Omega wheel stand to do this. It takes some time, and it's also pretty heavy when you have wheel and everything attached to it. So I ended up actually not using it as much in the beginning, just because it was so much of a hassle to bring it out and back in the closet. Yeah, that's a bit of a negative on the GT Omega. It's a positive that it's foldable and you can store it away, but a bit big and bulky and heavy to do it. You also have the pedal plate, and this isn't adjustable, and that's another con. It would have been nice if you could angle this up and down to get your preferred angle on your pedals. It still works and is usable, and I think it's in a good position, but it's always good if you get options like that, so a bit of a con. What goes for the wheel stand itself, you have some options. You have like 3 other holes here that you can mount it or set it up in 3 different angles. So you can angle it down even more depending on what sort of seat you have for it. If you're racing from your sofa or in a chair, like in a kitchen chair, you might want it higher up. And you also have those connections here, so you can slide it out and slide it in to make it lower or higher. You can also, or could, I can't do that anymore, but you can angle the top plate for the wheel you're using, so you can angle it a bit down or up. So that's really good that I thought about adjustments for the wheel stand itself. Yeah, if we go over to the Playseat challenge, this is also foldable, but this one is really simple and also in itself really light. So a big plus if you know you will stow it away and take it out and fold it a lot. I would definitely go for the Playseat challenge, because it's much easier, not so much of a hassle to do this. You just unscrew this, fold the wheel down, and yeah, just bring those together up like this, and then you just raise the pedals and connect them with a Velcro strap here, and it's just to carry away and store it wherever you like. So yeah, really simple and smart solution for this. You also have options what goes for your pedals. You can just unscrew those and bring this out or in, depending on how tall you are. And you can also, if you want another angle for this, you could put something underneath to bring your pedals up more for an angle like this. So that's really good. And due to that you actually have this iron bar here, it stops the pedals from sliding away. So here is load cells on this one, and that works really fine. And due to that the seat is included, you sit comfortable. Yeah, works really great. It's really light in itself, but when you are sitting in it, you will give the rig its stability. Yeah, I find it to work really well, and my son really likes it. This is for storage. Just bring it down, and you can just put it in different angles depending on how you like your racing wheels. That's really good as well. You also have an option to take those velcros. This way you can angle the whole seat. Either have it like this, more like a GT style, or you could lower it all down and make it more like a formula position in it. So that's also really good that they thought about that. You have it like this, so you can open this up when going into your rig. You fold it up, climb in, and then lower it and securing it. And I also just put some angle irons and flat irons to mount the shifter. Works really well as well. And there are an option to buy like a shifter mount coming out from the top plate here, but I didn't find it worth the money what they charged for it, so I just went for my own solution on that one, and I feel this works a lot better, and you get the H-pattern in a better position than having it up here. So what could I say more? This one is it's a complete rig. You get both a seat and a wheel stand. So looking at it today, I still use my GT Omega wheel stand, and I love it. It's really good. I have had no issues with it, though heavily modified and anchored to the wall. Yeah, so it's not foldable anymore, but as I have it now, it's really solid, and it worked really good with the back seat frame as well. But as a first time user or going into sim racing, I would say the Playseat challenge is hard to beat actually. Space between here, I could actually, yeah, I have, let's see here, measure. It's depending on your size, I guess. The weight, yeah, the weight could be an issue as well. I will look that up and write that in the comments. I can't remember. One issue could be this measurements. It's like 41 centimeters. If you are wider over your thighs or backside, this will be an issue with the Playseat challenge. Whereas the GT Omega hasn't that restriction, because you use any seat you like for it. So that could be an issue. The length is, you shouldn't have a great deal of trouble with the length of this, because you can, let's see here, slide this out. How far can I go? Yeah, like this. So you have to be extremely tall if you won't be able to use this. The position on the wheel, it can be angled up and down, but it's locked in place like forward, backward. So yeah, if you have really long arms, it might be a bit tight to fit in it. The GT Omega had some flex like side to side. Now no one is in this, but might be just, let's see if I can tighten that up. Yeah, it's a, if I stand over here, it's a bit of flex, you see, up and down, but really not much. And from side to side, no one's in it. But when sitting in it, your weight will exclude that. So just a little bit of flex up and down, but I think it feels really solid, and I'm actually really impressed by the ingenuity or the thoughts that went into this, designing and building this. And the seat is comfy and looks good, and yeah, all in all package. Today I would go for a Playseat challenge if I'm just going into sim racing. Both are really good, some pros and cons, but I think this is a winner when it comes to mobility and storing and taking out. Feel like racing and stow it away when not racing, if you fit it, I would say. Otherwise, the GT Omega wheel stand is a great option and can be added with like a more full rig, but might need some support from, like I did, the table or mounting it to the wall. I think that covers this comparison between the GT Omega wheel stand and the Playseat challenge. I hope I don't forget something, but yeah, otherwise if you have any questions or comment to add on this, please do so in the description. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.